the first ever campaign of Monster of the Week, which we have successfully titled Eyes of the Fallen. I am your face of the DM this time around. My name is V, that's what everybody knows me by. And I'll be taking these lovely faces that some of you know and love already, and of course, some new and unfamiliar faces are here as well. Of course, we always start off with our sponsors. So D&D Beyond, that's the letter D, and D Beyond. It's really all I can. I'm an idiot. I forget already what I've prepared mentally and physically, so that's good. And of course, there's Lucky Dice Cafe, which our head DM here at Dire Bear Adventuring Company DMs and sometimes plays at in the local Huntsville, Alabama area. Of course, if you're new to Wednesdays, Monster of the Week will be going up on YouTube in the future, but of course there are other games you can catch up on, Curse of Strahd, The Escorts. And oh my god, I remembered Ekajati, but I can't remember the other. I'm sorry.
That would be Esper Genesis, the Holocaust of the Ekajati. You remembered the hard word in that entire phrase.
It was the word that drew our attention.
Yeah. I'm so sorry.
She was practicing it at work all the time.
It was the word you're sitting there going, how do you say that? That's the remember.
I practiced it so much, but hey, did I say it right at least?
Yes,
you
yes,
did.
You did.
I'm proud of you, Quentin.
I mean, it's based on a couple of Bengali words, so I'm pronouncing it as best I can. So.
Oh, hey, we're already halfway there. All right, of course, you guys see some familiar faces. We've got Maddie, who DMs on Thursdays and plays on Mondays. We've got Jason, of course, who DMs on Tuesdays and is also a familiar face here on Wednesdays. We've got Decca, who plays on Tuesdays and Thursdays and is now actually a familiar face on Wednesdays as well. We've got Jordy, who plays on Thursdays and is a new face for Wednesdays. And we have Cody here with us, a friend of mine in real time, who is joining us for his first game on Dire Bear Adventuring Company. We do have one face that is missing, Tuna Molly, who is a familiar face on Mondays and Thursdays. She cannot make it tonight, but she will be joining us for next week. Now, we'll go over some character stuff. We did plan on doing this last week, but unfortunately things felt a little sleepy. But we've got some new character stuff, which we have played Monster of the Week before. If you haven't seen that game, go on back. But we have some new classes with new names. None of the old stuff y'all remember. So, we'll go over just a little bit of character creation if you guys like. Introduce your characters to the world. Am I picking who's going first, or would somebody like to go first?
You can go in order of Discord, of Roll20, or you can just pick somebody.
Let's see who's... Well, in my screen, for the Zoom call, Maddie is the first person in the row. So, Maddie, if you would like to go first.
Oh, hang on. I closed out a game on Steam and then forgot to close Steam. Nice. Yeah, I was watching the bit rate go into the red. And we're stabilized. Okay. I am playing Cassie, who is the pararomantic. So, I am obsessed with everything supernatural.
Perfect. Next, Jason, I guess, if you'd like.
I'm playing James. He grew up in this town, was always kind of the creepy kid in school. He tends to know what people are thinking. And can see the supernatural a little better than normal people.
Beautiful. Cody.
I'm going to be playing Stuart. He's a fella, and he works at the circus with his brother Bruno, Bruno the strongman. And there's not a whole lot going on in Stuart's head most of the time. He's kind of moment to moment.
Me too, buddy. Me too.
Glad to hear.
Fantastic. All right, Decca.
Hi, I'm playing Chernia Marrero. I came over to this place for college. Didn't go so well, and now I work at the bookstore. I like to read.
And of course, Jordy.
I'm playing Vinny. Vinny is a private investigator who might or might not have stumbled across something that brought him to town, and he's gonna follow that lead to see where it takes him. And I'm playing the Searcher. So yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm playing the Mundane. I don't think I said that.
I'm playing the Spell Slinger.
Why did everybody forget to say what they were playing except for me and Jason?
It's like the first time I
I
answered.
didn't say I was playing the spooky. I just said I was kind of a spooky kid growing up. I worked it in there subtly.
Just a little snippet, the little idea.
Little nod.
Perfect.
Little nod.
A little nod. Next week, whenever Molly rejoins us, I will let her introduce her own character. Because this was going to be fun for her. Having the spotlight for a whole couple minutes by herself. Okay, perfect. Now, the world that we are... Well, the world, I say. The town we are in. Everyone, welcome to Smithsdale. Smithsdale is a small town that is not that well known, actually. Smithsdale was a large lumbering town for a very long time until a accident shut down the wood mill. Now with most of the jobs kind of dispersed, everybody started to slowly but surely leave town. People who have lived here for a very long time know that this town has its moments of strangeness. Whether it be seeing something out of the corner of your eye that doesn't seem quite right, or feeling a strange sort of energy or power, or just the stories. People love the stories that can kind of coalesce in this town. And that's where we're going to start. Smithsdale. So, your introduction here. The night starts as we zoom in on a campfire in the forest. A family has decided to make themselves comfortable for the night. Mom, dad, son, and a daughter. They're all enjoying their time as the sun starts to set, roasting marshmallows over the flame. The dad and the son are putting them on the sticks and trying not to swing too hard to make the fire marshmallow go flying into the bushes and onto the ground. But the little girl pauses, and the wind sort of dies down. It's almost as everything starts moving in slow motion, and she hears a song. And as the song continues, she follows it. Almost as if her parents and her brother don't even notice that she's leaving. As she continues through the bushes and through the trees, we find her standing at a large building that has been fenced off. Slowly encasing it, trying to find the entrance, she sees a small hole that she's able to crawl through, scraping up her knees a little bit along the way into the dark building. Machinery fills the room instantly as she walks in. It is dark, it is dusty, it has not been touched for many years. As she walks to the side following the song, she walks through a door and into almost an even darker room that the moonlight can't even reach. She is engulfed by the darkness, and the song stops, and the ground begins to shake. This is the night that Smithsdale and Count experienced, their first earthquake of sorts. There was no big destruction. There was no lamps falling over. If anything, it was enough to shake people out of their sleeps and kind of wake them just in concern for a moment before it stopped. As it stopped, the song starts playing again, and the little girl walks out of the room. But meeting her at the door this time is a dark figure at the exit of the building. Within moments, there is a struggle, and the tall, slender human shape goes flying, the little girl not even making a move. And the body is contorted and crumpled and left in the building as she makes her way back to her family at the campgrounds. The night passes without an issue for the family as the little girl returns. And once morning comes, they pack up and they head home. And the next day is where we start. Stuart, you've been making your way into town with your brother and your friends?
Not quite.
Well, we're working on it.
Maybe one.
Maybe one day. You guys have rented out, or the ringleader has rented out, a small little spot on not the outskirts of town, but you can see the tent from the center of town, the big tent anyway. And you've been spending most of the morning helping out where you can. Bruno's lifting the logs, being, the fun strong man that he can be. You guys experienced some of the earthquake from the night before. It was just kind of as you guys were driving in, and it happened so quickly that you could just have chalked it up to maybe a little bit of the dirt road just being uneven in a way. As the sun is rising and the area is kind of becoming more clear to you, you realize how thick the forest line is. It's not creepy, but there's this weird sort of sense about the trees that it doesn't feel all that right compared to other places that you've been. Almost feels like a wall.
So no hiking then?
No hiking. Sorry.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry, Stuart. No hiking.
Okay.
Not alone. You need a buddy.
That's fine. Buddy system.
Buddy system. Jernia. I say that right?
Yes.
Perfect.
Close enough.
Is Jernia a morning person?
She can be.
She can be. You are awoken to a text to your phone going off.
Okay.
It's not. I thought you were looking for your phone for a second. I'm so sorry. Okay. As you look over your phone, you realize it's a text from your boss, from Quincy. Normally, he's not one to ask you to come in early, but today he has asked you to come in and work more of a morning shift because he needs to go and do something out of town.
Oh, okay.
You have a key, so there's no issue for you having to go and work. And he says, as soon as you can come in, come on in.
Text him back.
He won't be there, but you know the routine.
Right. I'll text him. I'll be there in like 20.
Perfect.
Just throw something on real quick and go. Just like me.
Perfect. James, you have lived in this town your whole life. You've never experienced an earthquake before, even if it was a small one. Smithsdale has never kind of had that moment. James has a kind of sense of energy, right? Or the sense of like things around him in a way. If I remember, you see invisible things. Okay, perfect.
Spirits and magical influences.
And magical influences, perfect. If there's one thing you know about Smithsdale is it's a very consistent pattern. The way the energies flow, the way any spirits you ever see are, it's a constant routine for them. This morning, as you do walk out of your house to leave for the day, you realize that there's no spirits in the area, which is strange, seeing as you could Sorry?
I do live next to a graveyard.
Yeah, exactly, which is a little strange for you, especially seeing as you're right next to a graveyard. And the energies, the way they move around and in the graveyard are all out of whack. If there was one energy meant to be over there, it's swerved off into a different direction. Everything pushing away from the forest. Cassie. Vinny. Can you hear me, Maddie? Okay. Yeah, you got it. Perfect. Hold on just a quick second. Perfect. Okay, Vinny. Now I want your opinion on this. Would Vinny following I've lost my word. Following a trail? Following
Yep.
Okay. Sorry?
Never mind.
Okay. A lead. There we go. That's the word.
There you go.
Following a lead. Would Vinny have gone as fast as he could following that, or would he make sure he would have everything, kind of thing?
He's a prepared individual. He'd make sure that everything kind of lines up to what he thinks it needs to line up to, and kind of just like casual walk, not looking too suspicious. Just casual walk.
Okay. I'm gonna have you driving into town then.
Okay.
As you are entering the town, driving through the streets, the town is just starting to come awake. You got the notification through whatever device you have, a phone, your laptop if you were looking at it, that Smithsdale had a strange earthquake occurrence the night before. You look over to your passenger seat as you're driving, and the familiar little face of the creature you had found and sort of received from one of your fellow colleagues is almost seems like it's sleeping. Its eyes closed as it's curled around itself on the seat. It doesn't seem to perk up until you enter town. It's getting up, almost like a cat. It's got its feet up on the door of the car, looking out the window, looking around and seeing what the town is like, almost seeming interested in what this town has to offer. Cassie. Good? Okay. Now that's the other question for you. You are not from this town. You're not from Smithsdale. You follow leads as well. Are you in town, or are you arriving to town?
We'll say I'm in town.
Okay.
Mostly because before that, there's words of small supernatural happenings here, so I want to check it out. Even if it amounts to nothing more than a man puppeting creepy dolls around his shop in really weird ways with fishing wire.
Hey.
Oddly specific.
Yeah, that's a little oddly specific. Okay. Oh God, sorry. That comment.
Type of Scooby-Doo bullshit is this?
Underneath this mask is. Oh,
That's it. The only thing supernatural in the game are the players. Nothing they investigate is ever actually supernatural.
Just the rat in your walls again. Don't worry about it.
Mhm.
don't worry about it. Stepping on this
Forget
certain
about it.
ceiling
Don't worry.
tile. It's you know the house shifts. It's fine.
Oh, this is completely natural.
Yeah, exactly. It's fine. All
And
right.
Vines grow up walls overnight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You just gotta have the right fertilizer. That's
Oh,
all.
Absolutely.
A little bit of magic.
A lot of love.
A green thumb.
And some human remains. Um,
You have been in town for about a week, following leads as you can, but you've been to the bookstore a couple times, I'm guessing. Perfect. Anything strange occurs in town. Perfect. So you've spoken with the town people. You've talked about almost everything strange under the sun. You've met an old man named, respectively, Old Man Jones, and he says some of the strangest things. But the townfolk has always chalked it up to it's just a weird old man. You've been to the bookstore. You've seen the owner, Quincy, and the dolls that he has sort of littered around the place. You've met Jernia, who seems to be the only worker there who
Employee of the month.
every year, every month, every day. I know you said of the month, but the earthquake was the first thing you experienced that was almost seemingly out of the norm for this town. It woke you from your sleep as other people in their hotel rooms opened the doors to look outside. Even the owner of this small inn had walked out, confused as to what had been or what could have caused something like that. But other than that, everyone else had turned back in for the night and had chalked it up as just an earthquake.
Question.
Yes.
Are the dolls okay?
Yes.
Good.
They are fine. You walk into the store and they are all sitting in their normal spots. None of them have fallen over, have any.
Nebula! Oh, thank God.
She is already sitting on the counter for you.
Oh, good. Get the cleaning.
Get to cleaning. Besides a couple books that may have fallen over the floor just because of the shake, there is the store is almost in perfect condition, it seems. Just the way that it's been left.
Good.
There's already tea or coffee boiling. Quincy had put it on before he left. And it's right at the heat that you usually like it. Oddly enough.
I don't remember telling him that.
Quincy's a good boss.
Mhm.
Now, where would everyone like to begin? In a sense. I can push you in directions. Monster a Week is very... How do I put it? I don't know how to put it.
Open-ended.
Flexible.
Open-ended. Flexible.
As somebody that has lived in town my whole life, are there a lot of stories about those woods?
Yes. The biggest story... there's a couple people who have been known... that they've seen something in the woods that chased them, and it wasn't just a bear. Children have been known to especially strangely love the woods because there's always something that they can play with, but it never really states as to what or who or where, because they're always usually going in with families. There have been tales of a couple people going missing. Tales that are older than you. People don't usually go into the woods alone anymore. And the biggest is of a young girl dying, which was the big reason why the wood mill was shut down.
Gotta be careful of that crazy old guy with the axe.
That
Yep.
sounds. Yeah. Jernia, while she's doing her stuff, while
Okay.
she's doing, whatever, is kind of, she felt the earthquake too.
Yep.
Like, it's kind of weird. I wonder if it earthquakes often, because she's not from here. So
Mhm.
she's gonna try to see if there's like historical records on earthquakes in the bookstore while she's kind of going about her business.
Sorry. There is a computer in this library. It is a very old, like, box white computer that Quincy has left since since everybody. Some people will stop by every once in a while to just use the computer. Some people use it to chat. Some people use it for research. Normally, Quincy makes sure to tell everyone that no matter what you need, there's usually a book that you can find that can help here.
I'm taking his advice. I'm looking for a book.
Now, I will. The way this bookstore has always seemed to work, Quincy says nothing is in order. Nothing is even alphabetical. Quincy has always told people and his employees that if there is anything you are looking for, just look for it. Now, I would like... I'm going to let you roll an investigate a mystery.
Okay.
And that is a sharp roll.
Okay.
Now, for anyone who is joining us who has never played Monster of the Week before, I'll let Decca, you can go ahead and roll.
All right.
And I
I'm
will
gonna
explain the rolls, how they work.
Oh, I don't have any forward. Okay. I fucked it.
Fuck that. Cool. Alright, so the way rolling works, if you get a 6 or lower, you have failed your roll. For Investigate a Mystery, normally you would get to ask questions about what's going on and that sort of thing. On a 7 and 9, you would hold 1. On a 10 plus, you would be able to hold 2 and ask 2 questions. But since Darnia has unfortunately failed her roll, she does get to mark experience, though.
I do still get one for free. Sort of.
Yes.
Sort of.
Sort of.
Where is it? When you oh, never mind. When you successfully, never mind. Damn. Ignore me.
So, as you're looking for books, you find some on earthquakes and why they happen, but not any sort of historical notes on has it ever happened to Smithsdale. You find like 2 or 3 books that are like earthquakes explained in random places, earthquakes and how and or why they happen.
It's like one of those geology kids books.
Yeah, and like a pop-up book on like the Earth's just levels.
This isn't what I want at all.
Who doesn't enjoy a good pop-up book?
Yeah. At least I gave you a pop-up book. Come on.
Yeah. Okay.
Gotta love pop-up books.
Nebula wouldn't do this to me.
Who wouldn't do this to you?
Nebula.
Oh. Have you been carrying Nebula around this whole time?
I haven't been carrying her, but whenever I go to another like room,
yes,
I try to have her like in that room with me.
Okay, perfect. There's not very many rooms as you would walk into the bookstore. There's a couple shelves of books.
Yeah.
You turn, there's a table at the front window where people can sit and read. There's a couple more rows of books. There's a little seated area kind of in, like, deep in the bookstore where it's got a couple leather chairs and some overhanging lamps for people to read. Then there's the one side room that has the little computer that only one person can use at a time. And then Quincy makes sure to have, like, some muffins and scones. Once they're gone, but you can make tea or coffee whenever people ask for it.
I'll go be frustrated, get a cup of tea. And like a scone.
All right. That's the bookstore experience. There we go.
It's the real life library experience.
The real life library experience. You'd probably be able to find what you're looking for in the library. It's just Quincy's store is a mess. You've asked him if you could put it alphabetically, maybe at least, and he's just like, no,
Dewey Decimal?
no.
Okay.
No. Organizing it makes it less fun. Here we go. Vinny, at this point, you can find a place to stay. There are a couple better breakfasts here, and then there is a small sort of inn hotel that you drive into, and then there's the hotel room.
Gotcha. Now, when I was driving around, was my friend, did he perk up? Maybe he started like clawing at the window if I went by a specific place, maybe a bar, a diner. I don't know.
No, he hasn't shown any interests of hunger. He perked up at a couple storefronts. One was the police station, and another was what seemed to be a local small bookstore.
Okay.
Otherwise, his interests seem to be tied mostly to the forest.
Okay. So I am currently in the biggest inn.
Yep, if you'd like.
Okay. So kind of peek out the window, look around to see what's there. See what the small guy's doing. It's like, all right, little freaking nature. So we're gonna. I'm not very good at doing New York accent.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna put you in the bag, then we're gonna go out. Okay, because you're not gonna get in my car. You're not gonna get anything. You still freak me out. Don't want to freak any of these people out. So get in the bag. Let's go.
I love
In
it.
the bag.
So I kind of just like scoop him in, put him in this like little like over the shoulder bag deal I got going.
He's kind of just like a cat as you pick him up like under the stomach. It just seems he kind of goops a little bit more than a normal cat.
Little freak. Bag.
It's like the body mass of a ferret, but the shape of a
Spaghetti
cat.
Gotcha.
He's not goopy. He's just black like the void. And has one big eye.
It's like, all right, let's go to police station. You kind of like the police station, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's go make some friends.
Okay.
This is kind of walk my way down there, I guess.
What kind of bag do you have him in?
It's kind of like
One of those
like,
canvas
over-the-shoulder- Well, I guess the ones that are kind of like
Yeah.
yeah.
You basically have him in like one of like if when they have the baby like up here on the thing.
Christ.
A baby
That's-
Bjorn?
Yes.
No, that's think like the book bags they kind of like have like over one shoulder and just kind of
Oh, like a side satchel, yeah.
side satchel. There you go.
Okay. He there's a lot of movement for like a couple minutes before he seems to settle. If you like looked at him, he's kind of like peering out through the like little hole. There's one big eye.
Mm-hmm. So like every now and then, kind of like put my hand over. It's like not you down.
Get down.
Yeah.
There's no I forgot the word. I'll figure it out.
Is
He
it just a
doesn't
head
fight
poking out
it.
at this point?
Mm-hmm. He's kind of like, oh, this is a thing.
Guess I'm here now.
The
Pretty
word you're
much.
looking for is resistance.
Thank you. There's no resistance. Thank you.
There you go.
Apologize. I lose my words a lot.
It's okay. That's what you got me for.
Somebody needs to be my personal dictionary. Thank you. Perfect. So you're going to the police station. All right.
Mhm.
You'll walk your way there. Does anybody else have anything they'd like to do and or check into?
James, before he leaves his house, is going to do a quick thing on the internet to see if there are any fault lines in this area.
Fault lines.
The-
Let me.
The fault line in our stars.
And then he plans to head to the bookstore to find books on local folklore, specifically about the woods.
Specifically about the woods. Okay. Fault lines. There's one that runs close by, but it runs through the forest. But more along the outskirts edge, like the farthest that away
far
from the
s-
city that the
The
farthest.
far side of it.
Yeah, the far side. And you're going to the local bookstore. All right. You have lived here for your whole life. So you know that Quincy is now the owner of the bookstore. You remember when you were young coming here, his father, who looks a lot like Quincy does now, was the one that owned it. The only difference was his father had a lot of tattoos that aligned his neck, his arms. Anytime you saw skin except for his face, it was usually covered with some sort of symbols. When his father died, Quincy took over. Quincy, you know about the dolls that line this store. Even as a child, you were told you don't have to touch the dolls. The dolls will not hurt you. Do not move them. They like the spots that they are.
That's my job.
Yes. You know that Jarnia is the newest employee. She's been here for a couple months. That was the timeline? Perfect.
Mhm.
Growing up, the one strange thing about this shop is depending on what you were looking for, you usually found it. Sometimes Quincy would help, and he would suddenly pull down the book that you were looking for almost exactly. Other times it was a little hit or miss. And as well, growing up, sometimes you noticed what you thought was the dolls moving, or shadows that seemed to surround the dolls a little bit, but they never stayed long. All right, and you are looking for stuff on the folklore. So, yeah. Now, Jarnia is working.
As I
So
say,
she's there.
in another room, he hears, "Ay de mí, llorona, llorona, tú eres mi zunca."
You do hear a bell, Jarnia, as the door opens. There's this big, almost cowbell kind of sound as the door opens.
I immediately. Oh, hi. Hello. I would know James, right?
I've probably been here a few times at least.
Okay. Hi, James. It's good to see you again. How can I help you?
Oh, I'm just here looking for a book.
That's what most people are here for.
Just something on the local folklore. I'm not going to bother asking you where it's at because.
I was gonna say, you know the rules.
And I pick a random pile of books and just dig in. Keeping an eye on the dolls at all time. Never quite been brave enough to use any of my abilities to see if there's anything to them.
Okay. Remind me later. I will give you the notes on all the dolls. Just because I realize you've lived here all the time. Now, I will ask the question, Darnia, are you going to help at all or continue with your working duties?
I will ask him if he would like some help. I'll go over to James and say, "Oh, do you need help looking for it?"
Well, I wouldn't put you in any trouble, but sure, if you've got the time.
Okay.
By myself at the moment, so yeah, I can help.
Yeah, just folklore on the town, specifically the woods.
The more specific you are, the better your chances. I made that mistake.
Well, I don't know about
so.
I don't know if that's true in this store, but
Okay. So Decca, I will have you roll first. We'll use the help out action.
Okay.
Now, normally the help out, if you roll a certain number, you would expose yourself to some sort of trouble or danger. There's no trouble or danger in the area, so we won't have to worry about that.
All right. Let me roll my cool that I have for some reason.
Well,
We are doing great tonight.
No, I am doing great tonight.
Yeah, Charonia's going to be like level 17 before you guys even hit 1. Watch.
Take
Um,
another point of experience.
Take another point of experience. Jernia, as much as you try helping James, you can't seem to really pinpoint what you think will help. You're just like reading names and you're like, nope, 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 nope. And you're just like going down aisles and it's not working out for you. But James, I will have you roll for investigate a mystery. So roll plus sharp. You will unfortunately not get +1 because Jarnia has. She's not helping.
6 in a row.
She's distracted
Clearly.
a little. Sorry.
All right, and that is, you said that was sharp.
Yes.
Okay, I hit the button. Oh,
9. Perfect.
that's
So
decent.
on a 7 to 9, you get to hold 1. So there are a couple questions you can ask specifically. And then there are some things that I will be giving you. So what happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? I mean, what can hurt it? Where did it go? What is it going to do? Or what is being concealed here? Now, I will say the book that you have found, it does explain a couple things about the forest. There is a couple folklores about people finding trees that looked oddly shaped like humans. And it talks about tall creatures that live deep in the forest that only serve to protect. And there's a little riddle underneath in a different language. There are a couple other folklores here and there about little fairy sprites that keep the trees growing. This is a very old forest. This is a very you've never really seen any sort of like death or decay happening to the forest. It's always been pretty kind of like almost like it's been well taken care of, even for its size. Jeez.
Something is forcing energy out.
What'd you say?
I'm going to go with what's being concealed here.
Okay. So this is in a different book. It's in a small different book that you found. It's all handwritten and a little strange. It's almost basically the talkings of what would seem like a madman in a way. It's a little weird being here since a lot of the books aren't usually handwritten in this. But it talks of a big event that happened in the past and will happen again in the future. It doesn't give dates, but it does say that it will start with an earthquake, or what feels like an earthquake.
Yep, I think I'm buying this book.
Okay. What? Sure. Go to the register.
It's a very quick thing. Quincy never, for as long as this bookstore has been open, Quincy and his father have never overcharged for books. Are some like you could get a book that's like the size of your head for like $10. So like this book is a couple dollars. There's not even a mark on it that states the sticker. And Quincy has mentioned in the past, if you ever find a book that doesn't have a sticker or a price on it, just whatever the person wants to give, and they can take it and go.
Okay. That'll be $2. How does he keep this place in business?
All I got's a 5. Here you go. I'll grab a cup of coffee on the way out, and we'll call it even.
Oh, okay. Well, I have tea on, if that's acceptable.
I'll just grab some coffee.
There's
Fair enough.
Doesn't mix anything into it. It's just whatever comes out of the pot.
I put my own.
Coffee is
in it.
pain. That's the way it's meant to be.
Wow, you are weird.
Well, he was wearing his sunglasses inside the whole time.
Okay, that's off-putting. I wish
They're
I knew
gold
that.
tinted. They're gold tinted, light enough that you can, if you're talking to him, you can see his eyes through them.
Mhm.
But they've got the little guards along the side.
Jernia is like a tan skinned lady with strawberry blonde hair. And she looks pretty plain and unassuming.
James is blonde haired and pretty pale.
Well, pleasure doing business. Until next time.
Oh yeah, I'll probably see you around.
sorry. Stuart, the setup for your your rooms with Bruna have been set up. Everything's like kind of set up and thrown in there. The tent went up within like a couple hours as everyone started to work on it. So you are free to do what you would like now. You have been asked to go into town for a couple things.
Oh yeah. Gosh, I guess I should do his voice now.
Ooh, we got a
You have his
voice.
voice.
Yeah. All right, boys, I'll go get all those sandwiches you're asking for. I'll see you in a bit. I'll hop on my bike.
I don't even see your lips moving to sync up with it. That's amazing.
It's a talent. So Stuart's gonna head into town and he's gonna pick up some sandwiches for everybody.
Yep.
He's only got his little bike with the little basket in front. He can't drive. He's way too short. Only 4 foot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you actually want to describe what Stuart looks like a little bit for,
yeah, sure.
for everyone?
So Stuart, he's 4 foot tall. Shaved head. He's not well off, cash wise. So most of his clothes are pretty older, well worn. He's always got those overalls on, with all the hooks for tools and whatnot, because he's always fixing something or setting something up for the circus. Yeah.
That's our friend Stuart. Okay. As you go into town, every town is a new experience, and through this town, it's clean. From it's well off in what it is for a town. It's definitely an older looking town from some of the other towns.
More than likely. Yeah.
Oh, more than likely, yes.
It's been around.
As Stuart is biking, you can see there's the bookstore, the police station. There are a lot of other little clothing shops here or there. There are even people's homes in the street, along this street as well. There are people coming and going. You can find one sandwich shop, which it does have a line. It's pretty packed in there, but it seems like the most popular sandwich place in town. But there is a grocery store along the way. You can see the big building that is the college at the end of the street.
Well, I think Stuart's probably going to head to that bookstore.
Okay.
Just forego the sandwiches. He's seen the bookstore, got the idea. Maybe a book. That'd be kind of fun. One of those pop-ups, with all the pictures. Yeah. So he's gonna head that way.
He's
Okay.
so precious. Oh my god.
I already want to reach out and pinch his cheeks.
So yeah, he's gonna head right in and take a peek around.
Perfect. Jernia, you hear that familiar toll of the cowbell.
Oh, there it is again.
Today's a busy day. 2 people
see.
already?
Wow, it's like 10, maybe.
Yeah.
Hello, I'll be with you in a moment.
Yeah, no worries. Just take a peek.
What the fuck?
So I'm gonna probably Stuart's probably gonna just walk around, take a look, see at things, see if any bright, colorful books kind of stand out for him.
All right. You're not really looking for anything in specific, but I'll let you go ahead. We'll investigate a mystery and we'll see what kind of books come up.
Which one is that again?
That'll be plus sharp, yes.
Okay.
Is Stuart a sharp boy?
Oh, not bad.
Not bad. On a 7 to 9. Perfect. So, as you're searching, you can find. Did you roll a 6 on that? Is that why it's highlighted?
Mhm.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, damn.
That's why mine are red, because I rolled a 1 in both of them. The exact same roll twice. A 1 and a 4.
4. Yikes. As you're searching through the books, you can find a couple pop-ups. Is there something specific Stuart would like in a pop-up book? Like, are we looking for animals?
He's looking for, he's fond of the circus, but
Okay.
he's looking for anything that he could probably share with his brother Bruno.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a pop-up book. It's a really nice story of like two let's say brother clowns in the circus doing this really cool acrobatic number together.
This book is oddly specific, but I'm all about it.
I was gonna say he finds a geology book. The pop-up.
It's rocks that pop up at you.
You find a book, a very detailed history of the town, everything. Just throw it aside. I want this pop-up book.
It's like a horror book about the town, and you're like, nope.
He finds the book I was looking for.
Yep. Yeah. There's a couple other pop-up books that are just like What are kids' pop-up books like nowadays? Do they even make any of them anymore?
No, they really don't.
They really don't. There's like some where it's like animal adventures as a pop-up book. Some with like little fairy tales with like weird creatures in it, and like like those like books where you would find like dragonology, and it's just weird facts about dragons. As
Okay. I think he's all about that circus one you mentioned.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
About a minute later, I walk by.
Overcoming and taking over the circus.
Did you find everything you need?
Yeah, I found this pretty sweet book actually. How much is it?
We'll find out in a sec. We'll go ring it up.
All right, that's weird. Oh no.
Hi, I'm Jernia. I take care of this place.
Oh, hey, I'm Stuart. Nice to meet you. I'm just in with the circus.
Oh, that answers so many questions I had.
Well, I'm glad.
Okay, let's go get this then.
All right.
And then bring it up. It's a pop-up book. It's not that much.
No, it's probably a couple
$5,
bucks.
yeah.
So
$5.
Stuart's gonna pull out his little wallet, and it's just full of there's a lot of change in there. But he gets you what you need. He gets enough. Just
That's
slap
enough.
it on
It's
the-
all in
on
like
the counter.
quarters.
Like quarters,
Yeah,
25, 50, 75, $1.
Yeah, I almost said he was gonna have a bunch of toonies and loonies, but I think this is in the U.S. Yeah.
Well, it could, it could be. Oh no,
So, yeah, never mind.
there
Yeah,
are
that's
loonies
true.
and toonies exist.
Well, there's
Mix
dollar
the
bills and
world.
whatnot. So, yeah, it's just
Dollar
Yeah,
bill,
so-
y'all.
It's just a lot of change.
tons of change.
I also don't know what a loonie or a toonie is. I'm not from Canada.
Oh, it's Canadian dollar and like a $2.
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
just this.
Yeah.
I don't even have them near me. I can't even show you.
Mhm.
Okay.
Fair enough. Okay, then I'll scoop it. I'll scoop it all up and be like, "This is okay," and
Sorry,
There you
it's all the circus gives me.
it's okay. It's okay.
Oh.
You have fun with that book.
Oh, you know I
Uh,
am. It's gonna be a late night tonight.
Is the circus coming in town, or are you just here for just on a stop?
No, we set up just last night.
Oh, I must not have seen that. That might have been the earthquake.
Oh, we're pretty quick. We're practiced at it now. I handle a lot myself. These big old pipes of mine.
If he flexes, Jernia is like,
Oh, yeah. He tried to flex his chest too. That's not happening.
the pecs go poof, poof, poof. Oh, okay. Well, have fun with that. I might have to see a show then.
All right. Well, you come over and tell him, Stuart. Well, I didn't send you, but you just say hi.
Very well. Have a good day.
All right. Thanks.
And then Stuart just takes off. He's completely forgotten about sandwiches or any of that now. He's all about this book and showing Bruno.
As he leaves, I look over at Nebula, who's on the register at this point. Wow, Nebula, we're gonna be busy today.
3 people in like the span of 4 hours. That's fucking
Yeah.
mad. It's absolutely insane. Okay, Cassie. What are you feeling?
Just kind of the bookstore like everybody else.
Well,
Bookstore. Come on, it's got to get there at some point. No, I'm kidding. Please don't pressure me into sending you to the bookstore.
I was
no,
actually
no.
planning on going to the bookstore because she needs a fresh journal.
Okay.
Fucking busy today.
Bookstore
She
is
needs a new
popping.
journal.
I mean, I don't know if that's this kind of bookstore, but hey, maybe.
Who knows?
Okay.
So
Let's go to the bookstore. Fucking group trip, kids. Jernia, you just finished serving Stuart, who now
Fine.
has gone on his bike and gone back to towards the circus, towards the outside of town.
He's probably just kind of exploring the town, driving around or
Okay.
riding around.
I feel like I finally put the change in and get everything finally situated.
And there goes that cowbell.
God, hi, Ching. I mean, hi.
Hello.
well, I gotta say that's some interesting southern hospitality you got there. Normally, I don't get stammered exclamations of frustration when I walk in a door.
You don't know Spanish.
Yeah, damn right I don't.
Good. I mean, yeah. Hi. Welcome to the. I'm sorry. It's just a little busier than I'm used to. How can I help you?
Well, I need a new journal. Mine's getting a little full.
Okay.
Looking for something about yay big, and she pulls out the one that she has already, and it looks very worn. Like it's used a lot.
Okay. Here, let me take a look at. We have and over here, and I'll look for like I'm looking for like the diaries with like the little class block on it. It's like the heart-shaped class block.
Shit, guys. For this one, since just such, this is like
It's just with
normally,
the blank ones.
yeah, just the blank ones. Usually in this bookstore, that journals aren't carried. Most of the time, this book, it's not like a Kohl's or a Barnes and Noble where there'll be a section of
Stationary.
journals and stuff like that. Journal is such a weird thing. It's could make you roll for it, but I'll you know what? We will make you roll for it. Decca, if you want to roll to help out again,
I will.
or is Decca going to be the one looking for the journal?
I will help her look.
Yeah.
If she follows me, I will absolutely go around and I will help her look.
Perfect.
Alright.
I'll
cool.
assist in looking. This is what I've come in for. Maybe you can point me in the right direction.
Alright, then I will look and you can
Oh,
roll
fancy.
cool. You're probably cooler than I am.
Am I rolling cool?
No, you will be rolling sharp in a moment. Let
Okay.
Becca roll.
Okay.
So the way help out works, usually you would roll help out first to see if you would get a bonus
Okay.
for your roll.
I mean, it's a 1 for me anyway. I don't know. Woo!
Ooh.
Finally!
Hey! So on a 10 plus, your help grants them a +1 to their roll.
On a crit, it's a +1.
Yeah, I know. Well,
kinda
okay,
weird.
so on a if you had the advance on help out on a 12 plus, your help lets them act as if they just rolled a 12, regardless of what they actually got.
There we go.
Unfortunately, you won't have the advance. That's the thing you have to take.
Gotcha. Okay. Then, all right.
But Maddie, you can roll plus sharp and take a 1 going forward. Cassie, sorry.
My die are extreme today.
Jeez.
We rolled the same thing. You are.
Oh yeah. You find actually, oddly enough, you've never seen journals before, but here's a set of 4 journals sitting right in front of you in one little small pile.
As long as I've been in Teen Leaf, we haven't had journals, and here they are.
Decca, you can see that Foster, the doll Foster, is actually sitting on top of them. His very bright colors. Oh nope, sorry, not Foster. It's Toby.
Mhm.
Toby with his bright yellows, pinks, purples, and blues sitting on top of the 4 journals.
That is an extreme in my book. So, like, you were like, oh, it's one of my favorites. Nope.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry. I was like, oh wait, it's not the blushing one. No, it's Toby. It's the eyesore.
Give me 1 second. I'll, like, regrettably pick up Toby. Like,
Okay.
here you go. Give me a sec, Toby, and I'll lift up Toby. Go ahead and grab him.
Cassie will
They're
grab
ve-
all 4 just to kind of take a look through them to see which one she would like.
Okay. One has lines, one doesn't. One seems more like a weird mixture of like it can be a sketchbook and a good writing book. Some of them have like those little like string pieces that you can put on the inside. One of them's like really nice and leather bound and has like the leather strap that wraps around and touch a shut.
That's
Tight.
the one. She'll take the leather bound one.
Okay.
Do you put the other ones back?
Yep.
Okay, and I'll very gingerly put Toby back onto them. They're particular. Don't worry about it.
They're dolls.
Yes. Let's go ring you up.
Does it really matter? That's not the right accent.
was like-
Shit!
First
Wait a
episode
minute! I mean, does it really matter? That's still not the right one. Son of a bitch.
Getting closer.
Yeah,
You're overthinking it now.
I really am. Well, let's just get this book then.
There you go. Okay.
Creepy
I will,
dolls
like-
aside.
This one, not my favorite, but I mean, some of them look better than others.
Cassie, as you look around, you can kind of see that there are dolls kind of spewed around the room, all having different looks and appearances.
As we get closer to the registers, that one's my favorite. And I point at Nebula, who's like this. It's like a very blue.
I
Very
will
blue
describe her very quick for you.
Yeah.
Nebula. As I'm looking in my notes and can't see her at all. Nebula is consistent with a bunch of dark purples, blues, and blacks with small gold flecks that go across the clothing. She has 3 eyes setted on her otherwise white blank face, one on her forehead, and 2 in regular spots. They're all seemingly themed like those little like clown marionette dolls with like just blank features. Simple clothing. Nebula's kind of in like a very oversized shirt and like poofy pants.
That one's my favorite. I like her.
I suppose if you if you had to like a doll, I'll be honest, I kind of outgrew dolls.
I mean, Quincy insists on having them here. I gotta kind of live with it.
So they're not yours.
No.
Okay. Well, that makes this significantly yet worse. Significantly less creepy, but yet more creepy at the same time. And I'm really not sure how that works, but it is what it is.
It's the mystery of the shop.
I suppose so.
Here, I'll get that for you. And beep. That'll be $2.50.
Damn, that's the cheapest journal I ever bought. Shit,
Okay.
leather-bound thing like this normally run you something close to $50, if not more. But hey, I ain't one to look a gift horse in the mouth.
There you go.
And she'll pay it over.
There you go. All right. It's you find out later. It's pleather.
Doesn't matter.
This nice sort of deep, rich brown color.
Yeah.
Cute.
So, Cassie's not super extravagant. Like, she seems like run-of-the-mill, average, millennial.
hmm
Her clothes are nice, but they're not high-end.
Just with a hell of a southern accent.
Her hair is varying shades of rose, blonde, and strawberry.
Twinsies.
With slate blue eyes and hair that goes past her shoulders. She is absolutely smiling the entire time she's talking to Jarnia.
Aw.
And as she's leaving, you notice that there is a book holster underneath her jacket at her lower back, which is where she pulled the other journal out of and then put back.
Okay. I was gonna be like, hey, can I see that for a sec? Make sure you're not stealing.
And she's in knee-high boots at the moment. And a pair of jeans.
Jeremy is just literally wearing the first thing she could find when she woke up this morning. Hair is barely done. It's like up and up. It's like a bob in a, but it's like reddish strawberry blonde.
Before I go, it's real rude of me to not ask for your name when you've been so kind.
My name is Jernia. Jernia Marrero.
I ain't even gonna try and butcher that last name. You said Jernia?
Yeah.
Alright. I'm Cassie. Last name is not important.
Fair enough.
I've been here about a week. You wouldn't happen to know of anything fun going on around in a small town like this, would you?
The last person who came in just talked about a circus.
A circus?
Yeah, they just apparently set up. I wasn't even aware.
Wait, they still have those?
I guess so. I was thinking of catching a show later.
Well, alright then. Might have to just check that out tonight. Thanks for all your help, Jernia.
Of
It's
course.
a pleasure meeting you, and hopefully I'll run into you again.
Fate is strange.
Isn't it, though? I think Cassie's gonna walk out of the bookstore. With a cheery wave behind her to the person working the desk.
Jernia, if you ever turn back, you see her quietly patting Nebula.
It's okay. She's just. Beautiful. Okay. Vinny.
How's Vinny coming to the bookstore?
When's Vinny getting
yeah.
here? It's a party. You're going to the police station.
Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect. As you walk up to the police station, the little guy, I'll name him right now, small boy, he is, there's some movement in the bag as you get close, and then he settles and he's like looking through the hole again as you take the couple steps up to the main doors. As you walk in, you can see at the front desk there is she looks small. She is a very frizzy, orange-haired woman with big glasses sitting behind the desk. She's freckled. If you think Miss Frizzle, she kind of looks a little like Miss Frizzle, but her hair is very down and very poofy. You can see right away as you look over the desk that she is in a wheelchair as she sits there. And as she looks up, she gets a little excited. You can kind of tell just by the way she straightens up that she loves her job. She has a good time here.
Yes, hello. How can I help you?
Hey, how you doing, Dollface? Now, let me tell you, I'm trying to find a old friend of mine, but as it's your accent, what the fuck?
It's alright. None of us are voice actors.
But you see, I can't find my friend.
Your friend? Who's that?
Uh,
Are you filing a missing persons report?
no, nothing like that. Ah, fucking shit. I can't hear too much texting or not. Nothing like that.
Embrace the
You
Texas.
see,
Sorry.
and Vin just kind of says certain things. It's just like, okay, well, I need to get information, but let's not be too like, hey, what weird stuff do you have I can look at? No. Stuff like that. So, what was that kid's name? Their name was still Serrano. I just can't remember where they were.
It was what?
Steele. Sorry, Steele.
Steel.
She kind of thinks for a moment and
Well, I knew someone that was named Steel, but they moved.
Probably the wrong person. That's not important right now. Don't worry about that. You see, my friend before they moved, they said that they liked hanging around the forest just because it felt weird or anything like that. Do you know anything about that?
The forest is a strange place, yes. But it is just a forest. I mean, there's old tales of people going missing or of kids just enjoying their time there. But I mean, I can't really get to the forest myself. She kind of wheels back a little bit. She's like, pats the arms of her chair, and she's like, little wheel bound.
Would never expected for someone so sweet like you.
Oh, thanks.
she just kind of wheels herself up.
Now, we do have the college that has a small library. I don't know if you'll find stuff about the forest there, but there's also the Tea and Leaf, the bookstore.
Okay. Kind of like Excuse me real quick. Do you have a bathroom around here, Dollface?
Yep. If you just go to your left, down the hall, it'll be the second door on your left.
All right. Thank you very much. Just kind of walk that way. I get into the bathroom, just open up the bag, just look at my friends. It's like, what are we doing here, the freak? It is the place.
He's a small boy. How dare you, bitch? How dare you be mean to him? He kind of stretches and. Do you have the bag on the ground? Do you have it still on your side?
I have it on my side. I'm just kind of like looking in, just kind of like looking down at him.
He is trying to get out of the bag.
So like,
He's,
just kind
trying
of
to
like,
stepping up and trying to crawl out.
yeah, just kind of like go to a stall and just block it, put the bag down.
Good thing most stalls aren't straight to the ground because he slips right under the wall and walks
Yeah, stretch your legs, stretch your legs.
starts walking to the door to the bathroom to exit.
Okay. It's like, oh, just kind of unlock it. Kind of follow him. It's like, where you going?
As he is walking, he is moving back towards the front desk where the orange-haired woman was. Which, as he's getting there, another something meets him. It is a big yellow lab that meets him dead on, and they start playing together.
Kind of like, I guess, instinctively for a moment, kind of freak out. It's like, nope, get back in here, you freak. Scoop him up and put him back in the satchel
Okay.
bag thing.
Yep. The dog sits and looks at a little sad at the bag before walking back to the front desk and behind it to where the orange-haired woman was.
Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, well, you're not gonna help me out. What to do? I guess we can go to the bookstore. All right.
We've got to.
It's like Grand Central Station in there.
I guess
Apparently,
so.
fuck.
Mm-hmm.
You doesn't have to go to the bookstore. I'm sure this place has got a Walmart or something too.
No, they don't.
Actually,
There's
Not
a big
anymore.
mall.
is there anything else I can kind of see that's going on in the police station before I head out?
The desks that are behind one of the other walls that have the windows and stuff. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
There are a couple people talking at one desk. There is a younger looking man that is sitting over a officer that is in uniform. He is not. He is pointing out a couple things on the computer and taking a quick note of them. And then he quickly makes it to the door that you are closest to, opens the door, moves right past you, and then out the building and away.
Kind of like discreetly kind of shimmy around, see if I can see what's on the computer.
No, the screen is not facing. Okay, sorry, the screen is not facing.
That is unfortunate. Nothing there. I guess we'll go back to Miss Frizzle lookalike there.
Okay.
I'm like, Dollface, let me bother you for one more time real quick.
Okay.
Now, okay. I'm staying at the local inn down the street. I'm pretty sure you know about it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, overheard a couple things. Apparently there's an earthquake that happened. What's up with that?
Oh, yes, that happened last night. It's a little strange, it's a little rare for Smithsdale, but I mean there was no damage and nothing really came out of it. It's just shaking up the town.
Mm-hmm. Now, you guys are pretty far north. Now, guessing you guys don't get earthquakes very often.
Well, as long as I've been in town, there have been none, and I've been here a good 20 years now.
Get out of town. All right. Well,
No, I live here.
no, it's the same. It's the same. We got.
Okay.
Well, appreciate your help. I'm gonna go enjoy your little town.
Have a great day. Thanks.
Alright.
Thanks for stopping by the station.
All right, and I'm just gonna skedaddle my way out. It's like, all right, you little freak of nature. Guess we'll go to the bookstall. And yeah, I guess I'll tiptoe.
20
that
seconds
way.
from now, the bookstore's just going to be the hideout for everybody.
It's the library from Buffy.
I'm sorry, I just didn't put it in a school, I guess.
Mhm.
All right, Darnia. There's that familiar bell sounding again.
What the fuck?
It's almost like you have a job here and people do come in. Holy.
It's like one after the other. It's a revolving door of people today. 1 second, I'll be right with you.
Nah, take your time. Take your time.
I'm
It's kind of like walking around the store, having my hands my giant trench coat.
The little boy wants out real bad.
Not
It's
yet.
hard.
Not yet. Not yet.
He is fighting that bag.
All right. Just
As
calm
I
down.
start walking out, I was like, "Hi, how can I?" What is going on in that bag?
I'm just kind of like, hey, how you doing?
Hi, my name is
Uh,
Kiernia. If you need any help, I'm here for you. What's going on in that bag?
I got a present for my niece Adriana. You nice girl, don't worry about it. I'm gonna put the book down. It's a rare breed of cat. You know, one of those Siamese things. Yeah,
Yes, I do.
Siamese, hairless.
yeah,
You know,
Siamese
it's
hairless.
weird.
Yeah. Oh,
I
that
don't
thing
play
almost
with
looks like a
those
damn ferret.
Okay. Oh, I
Come on.
mean, if they're not gonna pose a threat to the books, I suppose you can leave them, or the dolls. I suppose you can leave the animal out if you'd like.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, animal won't do anything. And
It wants out so bad.
so that's kind
It's like one of those cartoon things where you're like seeing it punch, like, and the fabric is like moving. He wants out so bad.
I think they want out.
I'm just gonna put the bag down there and just yeah. It's not, I mean the clasp is like
Oh, okay.
open, so I'm just gonna put the
I
bag
like to
like
think-
right down.
He like reaches his hand in and like does the clasp himself.
It moves so quickly, Jarnia. You see the black blur of it. It has the shape of a cat, but it moved so quickly into the aisles of books that you didn't really get a good look at it. It looked vaguely
Hey,
like
hold
a
on.
cat.
Is it? Hey, hold on.
Mhm.
I run towards it.
He's fine. He's fine.
I don't believe you.
No. It's a nice breed. Don't worry about it.
I don't believe you at all.
Anyway, I guess I'm visiting my niece, and I don't know. Tell me what you got going on here. I mean, I'm a fan of these comics around. Fan of books. Yeah, books. Big fan of books.
It's a bookstore. Is there something in particular you're looking for? Towards the animal.
Still moving towards the animal.
I'm just kind of like walking, trying to get like in front, so Jarnia doesn't like go by. It's like just a book about
Nope.
trees.
I will roll for this motherfucker.
As you guys keep moving and talking, you actually do find out where Small Boy has gone. He's in the reading room,
Mhm.
and the reading room has always been dimly lit. Most of the lights are just over the chair, just like the centered spotlights. You find it curled up on one of the big leather chairs with Holt.
With which one? I'm sorry.
Holt.
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 Yeah. I suppose he has taste. That's one of the dolls that has taste. So
Bit freak looking, if you ask me.
don't say that too loud.
Vinny, as you look over Holt is a very bright yellow in color. He is a very large doll. It has 9 eyes viewed about its face.
Jesus Christ.
What?
I think my mom makes something that looks more attractive than that. God dang.
Don't be mean to the dolls.
To be fair, ma'am, it's a doll.
Just be mean to Toby later.
Toby. They have names?
They all have names. This one is Holt.
Okay. Well, seems my gift has taken a liking, I guess, to it. How much for the doll? I mean, I'm pretty sure my niece will like it.
The doll's not for sale.
I got like $20 on it. Come on.
The doll is not for sale.
Okay, fine.
Is there a book I can help you find?
You got a book about this town. Yeah, what the fuck's this Texan accent?
We're Texans. That's what we do.
Yeah. Wait, hold on, yeah.
That's where life lies.
I'll stab your face with solder knife. Okay, no. Do you got any book about the history of this town?
I'm sure we do. If you want to come look with me, the bookstore's a little strange, but if you just start looking, you'll find what you need more often than not.
You know that's how shopping works. Yes.
It.
But okay. Just gonna start walking around looking.
I will help.
Okay. We know the
Cool.
drill.
I have to roll for what?
So roll plus sharp for investigate a mystery, and add 1.
Sharp.
You don't have to put the plus sign, just put the 1. Oh, jeez. Never mind. We're fine. Now, you are looking for something specifically on the town, correct?
Yes.
What in specific are you looking for?
Just history, I guess. History of events. I don't know.
History of events? Okay.
Familiarize myself.
Okay, perfect. You find a book that talks about this town's beginning, how it started. Really, actually, kind of around the wood mill.
Mm-hmm.
So when the wood mill went up, the town started to build and started to grow to what it is today. There was a big accident that happened in the wood mill that unfortunately cost the life of a small girl and her brother.
Mm-hmm.
And that shut the wood mill down, and the town fell off a little bit, even though there are still people living here. The town still has some life to it. There is talk of people going missing in the forests, mostly young adults that seem to just travel way too far in. And that is about it for big events that have happened.
Okay, and like it has pictures of like the wood mill and everything, right?
Has pictures of the wood mill. It does have pictures. It does have a nice picture of the child and her brother.
Mm-hmm.
And then there are lists of names of people that have gone missing. There's about a list of 6.
Okay.
And then other than that.
Okay.
Those are the
It's
big
like,
known
okay.
events.
Okay. Just kind of like flipping through the book, walking back to where Small Boy is.
Did you find everything you needed?
Yeah, for the time being, I'll let you know if I need this book or not.
Oh, okay. Still eyeing Small Boy and Holt.
Spellboy is not doing anything. He's kind of curled up in the lap of Holt.
Okay.
It almost looks like Holt has its arm over top of it as if it was getting ready to pet it, but it looks like it may have just nuzzled into the arm and kind of like slipped itself in.
Sure it did.
It's kind of like look back towards the registers, like, did that one over there just move?
No, they don't move. They're dolls.
Okay. I think something's going on over there, though. We should go check it out.
I'm more concerned with your animal that's here with one of the dolls.
Okay, it's okay. I'm gonna see if I can get him to move real quick. I was kind of like crouched down to poke the Small Boy, just kind of like whisper, "Is this where we're supposed to go?" Just like kind of show a picture like the lumber mill to it.
Its one big eye opens up to you and the book, and it just it kind of paws at the book a little bit. Not specifically the picture or anything. It just paws at the book before sort of snuggling back into Holt a little bit.
It's like, okay. Just kind of look back in case Jariana
Saw
is
the whole fucking thing.
It's like the cat likes to learn. Just okay.
Hey, I'm not judging you. I'm just making sure the books are still fine.
Yeah, but the pet owner said always let the cat read, so I'm just following directions. Yeah, I'm gonna.
Cat has one eye.
It's a rare breed. Probably it's that Mongolian Siamese, short face, short hair midget. Yeah.
There's nothing small about this animal.
Birth defect. That's all.
I'm gonna take this book.
Okay.
Just kind of scoop a little boy back into the bag.
Certainly try.
There's a bit of resistance. He wants to stay with the doll, but other than that.
As they walk by, as they walk towards the register, I just kind of like pat. Say, "It's okay, Holt." Walk to the register.
It's like, all right, how much?
Is this
What's
like an encyclopedic history?
Almost.
That'll be $15.
$15. Okay. Well, here's a 20. Keep the change. I apologize for any inconvenience.
I'm making money today. Thanks. That's really kind.
All right.
I'm sure the proprietor will be very happy to have this. Help yourself to some tea or some scones if you'd like.
No, fuck's a scone. Shit's too fancy for me. So, kind of just walk towards the door and.
It came from the north.
Vinny, as you go to reach for the door swings open before you can reach it. Standing in front of you is a tall, blonde male with bright blue eyes. He has a trench coat on, but his arms are not through it. And he is holding a very plain and white-looking doll. Jernia, you recognize this as Quincy. Quincy kind of looks at you, Vinny, looks at your bag that seems to have just a slight bit of movement.
Mm-hmm.
I apologize for getting in your way. I thank you for shopping at Tea and Leaf. And he quickly moves around you. He gives a quick nod to Jernia, and Jernia, you see Quincy go into the back room. The one room that seems, you can only guess, Quincy lives in the back of the store. The door swings open. You see some familiar glass cases that you've seen when the door opens before, and then the door quickly shuts as Quincy walks into his part of his room, per se.
And he's never let me in there, has he?
No. He has never said not to go in. He has told you it is unlocked and that there is another exit from the store if anything is to happen in the front of the store, that you can exit through there.
Gotcha.
But really, like, he's never given you a need to go into that back room.
Okay. Yeah. happened. Are you exiting?
Oh no, yeah. I already left. My bad.
Okay.
Quincy kind of like paused you in that
Ah.
motion of you leaving by
Yeah.
slamming the door open before you.
Hey.
Then I'll call back and be like, Quincy, are you good?
Yes, fine.
Okay. One of the animals that came by seemed to like Holt.
There's kind of like a little rummaging sound before he comes back into the front room. He's kind of he's gotten rid of the trench coat and he's no longer holding the doll. You can see the white button-up shirt that he has. He's got like a couple of the buttons undone and his sleeves are pushed up past his elbows. You see the familiar marks and tattoos that don't his skin almost like his father's did. You've seen pictures. There's a picture of his father and Quincy when he was quite young in the store. Liked Holt. Why? Who?
That guy that just left. He had a weird animal. They didn't do any harm, and Holt seemed to enjoy it.
Oh. You see Quincy kind of go around into the reading room. He comes back and he's holding Holt. I don't think that anything's been done to him. I'm just gonna take him back.
Yeah, of course.
You know, strange doll
You-
man. Talk to
they're-
the doll.
They're your dolls. Do what you will with them.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Too tight.
But Jernia, you are more than welcome to leave if you'd like. I'll pay you for your time for today. I'm gonna keep the store open for a few more hours if you would like to stay. You won't have to worry about closing up. You just lock the door as you head out.
Oh, okay. Is everything all right? Are you good?
Yes.
Didn't you come in and rush and then
Uh,
rush.
I had to meet a friend. They asked me to fix something up for them, and unfortunately, time is of the essence.
Oh, well then don't let me hold you up. I'll just be here for a sec. Probably grab a scone on my way out.
Yep. Even if whenever you leave, just lock up, and I will come back out, and I will unlock the door whenever I am finished.
Okay. Thank you very much. You're okay.
Thank you for your work today, Jarnia. He kind of gives
Yeah.
you like this little weird, awkward thumbs up that he does on a regular basis, and he just and then goes back into his room.
Okay.
Vinny is out of the building.
Mm-hmm.
Jarnia has had a pleasant conversation with her boss. Does anybody else have anything on their minds right now?
I guess I'll go to the lumber mill.
What? I didn't hear that.
I heard Wonder Ball.
Yeah.
I guess I'll, I don't know, I'll start walking my way to the lumber mill or get my car. Or,
Okay. Yeah, I heard Wonderball too, Deca. Thank you for that. Perfect. Cassie or James? Stuart?
How deep are the woods?
Like, are you looking for a specific?
Like, is there a road that runs back behind them, and how long a trip would it be to drive around to the other side of the woods?
To drive to the other side of the woods, from Smithsdale, if you did like the whole track, it'd probably take about 2 hours. There is a road that goes around, but it branches off away from it. But there is a dirt road that continues the trek.
wanna see
Usually, sorry, go ahead.
James will load up in his car or
Okay.
truck. Was it a truck? Yeah, whatever. Run through that dirt road just to see if that same push away effect is happening on the other side.
Okay. You can make it to that dirt road in probably about 40 minutes before it kind of takes off and switches off to go towards the next town instead. Traveling along the dirt road, it is eerily quiet. Normally you'd be able to see, there's always some sort of presence of wildlife, deer or moose along the edges. There is nothing. The push is continuing to push away from the forest, just as you felt in the graveyard.
Okay. After that, he would return home, keep pouring through his book, and probably do some work at some point.
Okay. He works at the church, right? Or in the graveyard? Is that what?
No. He lives in the house that the groundskeeper for the church used to live in.
Okay.
But now they just have a contractor doing it, so they let his mother move in there.
Okay.
Years ago. He's no longer certain that if anybody at the church remembers
That he lives there?
well, that he lives there or that the property is even his, because you got church, big graveyard, and then the house on the back end of the property.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Yeah, nobody really bothers you. They see the light and they're just like,
And
You
he
don't
keeps it up, so
yeah, it's not like you're like
but he
destroying
can afford to
property
because
or
he ain't
having
paying rent, so
Exactly. Perfect.
But
as
no,
you
he
were
does like web design and stuff like that, like from his house.
Oh yes. Okay.
So he does have to interact with people.
Saying that. Okay. Yes. Yes. On your way back, if you do take the whole trek around, it does lead back to Smithsdale. The dirt road connects to another road that will take you back through into Smithsdale.
Okay.
The push is all the way around.
So it is the
Pushing.
woods as a whole. Okay. No, that's it for James.
Okay. Anything for Cassie and Stuart? I know Stuart is exploring the town.
Well, he's probably finished by now. Probably has to do. He's headed back to the circus to see if there's any more work to do and to show his brand new book off.
Okay. Did Stuart pick up sandwiches?
Oh God, no!
Stop for 12
One
hours.
job,
I get to get
Stuart.
It's
sandwiches.
not a book. That's way more important than the food. No.
Sustenance, who needs it?
Who's hungry? Not me. I'm hungry for knowledge.
Did you guys
Yo,
see
learn
these
my
two clowns in the book? It's sick.
Okay. Getting back to the circus, there are a couple people that kind of see you and they look excited until they realize, where's the food?
Hey fellas, look what I picked up. This thing's got it's got to be more than 20 pages or something. It's pretty cool.
20 pages limit, coach.
No. Clearly, something over 20 pages is the limit.
Exactly.
Because if
And this man's always seen 20-page books, nothing more.
Anything more, it's just like, oh, that's magic. That's unnatural. You're approached by a couple men. Now, are these folk the type of folk that, like, if the clowns were the clowns, would they stay in clown makeup, or would they have like some sense of clown makeup on at all times? I'm asking you because
If they're on duty, working full on makeup, afterwards they always take it off. They're pretty quick, so you see like the little splotches here and there of that white
Okay.
makeup.
Okay. One of the men that approach you is he's got splotches, so you can recognize very easily and quickly that this is one of the clowns. He's like, Stuart, where's the food?
Oh God. Listen, I totally forgot about the food. I'll be honest with you entirely. But I did find something to share. You're gonna love it. you're gonna really you're gonna look through this and you're gonna be like, wow, this could be easily about myself. Like you, not me. You, the clown, not me. You know, maybe one day I'm a clown, but that's up to you guys. Yeah. Sorry.
I like to think he has the bag. He just
And
opens
then-
the bag and gets the book, and there's like a scone in there.
So yeah, Stuart hands the book to him. It's just like hoping to God that this is okay, that things will work out. Maybe he really likes the book. I don't know.
You gonna learn today.
Get jumped by clowns.
It would not be the first time.
There's a reason he's so short.
Oh yeah.
Okay, what is Stuart?
All the poor boy hears the crack of knuckles. You messed up for the last time, sandwich boy.
You had one job, sandwich man. What the
I
fuck?
don't even remember what was supposed to be on the damn things.
Oh,
Like
don't-
Doinky or something? I don't know.
Jesus.
There were a lot of dudes there.
We told you the clown cost special.
That sounds
The
awful.
clown car special, Christ.
Uh,
That sounds like some forbidden sex move.
now, you were trying to not manipulate, but you were trying to, in a sense, charm this man a little bit. Would you? Yeah. So
And Stuart's nothing but.
nothing but charming. I'll let you roll to manipulate someone, which is a plus charm, and we'll figure out how this man takes.
Okay.
Oh,
Hey,
Not bad.
Ooh.
Ooh.
that's pretty perfect, beautiful. So for manipulate someone on a 10 plus, they'll do it for you for a reason you gave them. If you ask too much, but that's fine. You're just asking them to kind of,
Not kick my ass.
you know, you're not hungry. You're excited to read now. This clown must be one of the nicer ones. There's at least one in every group, right? And so he's kind of like snatches the book from you and like looks at it, and he's like, you hear like this deep sigh, and he's like, you know, do it. You see, he's like reading through the book, like looking at the pop-ups, and he's like, it's nice. Slams it shut and like quickly gives it back to him. Remember the sandwiches next time, would you?
yeah, sorry about that. Hey, you know where Bruno is? I gotta show him this book.
It's in the main tent.
All right, I'm on my way. I'll see you later, there, Bingo.
Little Bingo. Holy
And then
shit.
Stuart just makes a beeline for the tent. He's so excited to show his brother. His
Okay.
little brother, by the way.
Bruno's little brother. Perfect.
Little.
This clown's name was Bingo now? Cool.
Yeah.
I love when you guys name the NPCs for that's great. Perfect. As you make your way into the big tent, you can see Bruno there. He's helping set up some of the like trapeze artists stuff, like moving the poles into place, making sure they're really successfully planted into the ground so that nobody dies during an act.
So Stuart absolutely waits. He knows not to mess with the trapeze setup and everything. Like he's gonna wait, but he's shaking. He's excited to show Bruno.
Perfect. Now I'm not going to be able to do Bruno's voice, but I'm going to try my damnedest.
Oh god.
Bruno quickly finishes up what he was doing. He watches as the trapeze artists take their time and figure out, like, okay, that's stable. Oh, this one's a little wobbly. You know, like packed some good stuff, put some more weights around it. Good, it's not wobbly. Perfect. As he turns around, he sees Stuart and like he sees that you are like shaking with excitement with this book in your hand. He's like, Oh my god, I can't do it.
You got this, Quentin.
Just go for it.
Just go for it. Just like fucking in deep. Stuart. Don't you laugh at me.
It's,
Uh,
it's part of his lore now. That's his voice.
I'm so sorry. I
Just
see
the
you
final
have
character.
I see you've brought back not sandwiches.
No, I got your book! Dude, you love books! I got your book, and I can read this one. It's gonna be great. We'll check it out after dinner tonight. What do you...
Like a bedtime story, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if him patting you on the head is a good brotherly notion, but or a pat on the shoulder. It's like, yeah. He's excited now. He wants, yeah.
Stuart's going in for the hug.
Oh, okay.
He loves his brother.
Perfect. Bruno is in it to win it.
I love him so much.
That hug is so. He is crouched down, big hug. Would he pick Stuart up?
No, too much respect. For
Okay,
him.
too much respect.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. He doesn't pick you up. It's perfect. It's fine.
I have a question.
Yes.
In speaking with Jernia, would Stuart have told Jernia that they have a show tonight, or is this just tonight, just the setup?
It could easily be a show tonight, yeah.
Yeah, like a late grand opening sort of thing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
A
Okay.
very late evening show, like
Okay.
10 p.m.
Well, more the question is, what would Stuart have told Jernia at the bookstore?
Yes.
Yeah, probably. He's all about that circus, and
Yeah.
it is important to him that it thrives, right? That's his bread and butter.
Then okay, cool. Continue. Sorry. I don't know if you had anything more.
Perfect. Bruno talks about just a couple other things that he needs to set up. Can you help me, Stuart?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Let me grab my my toolbox there, and we'll get rocking. We'll get going, bud. Give me a second. I'll be right back.
And he waddles off like he does and goes and gets his stuff. And they get to work.
Perfect. All right. Beautiful. I love these brothers already.
Mm-hmm.
I feel bad for butchering Bruno, though. Okay. Cassie.
Oh, I thought you threatened him just now.
What?
You said butcher. I'm like, what?
Boy,
We're
not
not
gonna
gonna for
die.
like 10 minutes. What the hell did you do?
Immediate panic.
Give us a few sessions before that happens.
I promise not to butcher anybody for at least 3 whole sessions. Nope. Cassie. What's little Miss Lady up to?
Well, I want to use one of my pararomantic features called bonding time.
Oh no.
Sounds a little good.
I said
Let's check it out.
bonding time, not bondage time.
I
know what you
heard
said.
bonding. Don't worry.
Didn't say anything.
Jason, I could feel you thinking it, and I'm in another country.
That's your imagination.
No, you're feeling that from me, Maddie.
Oh, alright. Well, it's the same general direction. It's all south anyway.
I read that playbook. I know it goes on.
Wow. Okay. I was like, I just realized the bond abuse on you, and I realized this is basically like taking care of a pet almost, except it's a real life relationship for this now. That's fun. Sorry. Okay, you're using bonding time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they are not in town with you right now. You have a number that for a phone that you can easily get a hold of. What do you want to do?
Well, I mean, it's she kind of judged the time zones, right? So
Mhm.
he's probably either A, just getting up, or just getting ready to go to bed.
Okay.
So it's one of the two. I'm not sure because I don't know where you've got him right now.
He's a night owl. Probably a decent time where he is that he'd be awake at
Okay.
least.
But yeah, she's calling to check up on him. He's probably been at least a month since the last time she saw him.
Oh, I was like, a month is you were fucking already abusing this, okay? That's a mess. Since you've seen him, okay,
Since I've
perfect.
seen him.
Okay,
Just
Yep.
because he has shit to do, and I'm not just gonna wait at home for him to come back. I have other supernatural things to discover and explore. But
All
I
right.
am in a moderately committed relationship with this man.
Yep. Perfect. So bonding time. I'm looking at this now, and it says you have to roll plus charm.
Yep.
Ooh, very good. So on that 12, you get to hold 2. Now, so you can spend your hold to erase 1 mark in your relationship status track, use a pararomantic move you haven't picked, receive a gift from your guide, or take +1 forward. You do take 1 plus forward. I will say that it lasts till you make another roll that you can use that on.
Okay.
Okay? So you get to hold 2. I will let you can go ahead and pick 2 things. I don't.
Sure. I am going to take 1 forward as one of them.
Okay. Okay.
And receive a gift from my guide, knowing
Okay.
that I may not get it right away.
Okay.
But she's gonna ask him how he's been, and it's going to be idle chit chat that we don't actually have to RP out. But she's gonna start telling him of the town that she's in right now and the strange things that she's discovered thus far.
Okay.
Including the little bit of history she's been able to glean from talking to crazy old man Jones.
The old man Jones. Old man Jones is like the type of man that when you say something to him, he suddenly goes, "Keep your eyes down. The birds are in town. The birds are in town." And like will consistently stare at the ground, not looking up, or he's said things like, "Where are the gnomes? They're always up to something." Unless you ask him something.
Okay.
His voice is a little groggy, but he knows how Cassie is. He knows how you are, and he mentions if you think something is here, you might as well stick to it. Knowing you're not going to leave unless you get what you're after, or there's actually nothing here.
Oh, I know. But I like to let you know what I'm up to, so that you're not worrying about me.
Usually you're good at taking care of things on your own, but I mean, I know you're in Smithsdale, so if things come up, I will make my way there. It's only where the hell is Smithsdale?
Well, I'm sure it wouldn't take you long to find me anyway. It's not like you can't track me. I'm always wearing that locket.
That's true. I will make sure if I don't hear from you in the next day or two, I'll meet you there.
I'd like that. I think you'd enjoy the nice little quaint town of Smithsdale. They even got a circus in town if you get here fast enough.
Circus.
A circus. An honest to God circus. I didn't even think they had them anymore.
Well, normally you're not looking for a circus. Unless there's something strange in it, but
I mean,
it just got there.
That's fair. But I also don't usually hang around circuses clowns. They're just mm-mm. Not a fan of clowns. Clowns they're weird. And some of them are spooky.
After a couple quick more conversations, unless there is something you would like to specifically ask of him, he says he's heading to sleep.
One
It's about
last thing before you go. What do you know about the forest that surrounds Smithsdale? Or do you know anything? They've been saying people have been disappearing in them woods.
Lots of tales about forests across the world, but most forests, if old, can hold old magic, old beings. Really depends on what's happened.
Well, maybe I should listen to Old Man Jones and just keep my eyes to the ground then. One of those, if I can't see you, you can't see me things, right? And she's she's teasing him, right? Because it's a joke. She knows that's not how that works.
You hear the sigh and okay, Cass. I gotta head to bed.
Okay.
Go work.
Good night.
No. Click. Hangs up real quick. Fuck you.
Oh, they don't get to do the. No, you hang up first.
He hears that and he hangs up.
I love you more. No, I love you more.
Oh man.
Birds aren't real. Wake up, Arkansas. Yeah, that's Old Man Jones.
Yeah. Jernia at this point would have closed up shop and would have been like, "All right, Quincy, I'm leaving. I'm gonna catch the circus, I guess."
You hear a very muffled "Bye, thank you," and that's about it.
Take a scone on my way back. On my way out.
There's a couple scones left. You know that you're closing up, and Quincy will forget about them. So you're more Quincy's always told you to just take all of them. You get 3 scones on your way out.
Fuck yeah. I'm halfway through one on the way out.
It's still pretty daylight by the time most of the it's probably closer to about 5 or 6 p.m. By the time you're leaving the store from work. The sun is only just starting to set. It will be dark soon. Give it probably about 30 more minutes. It'll be lights out. The circus is prepped and ready to go by around 8:39ish.
Hmm.
Normally it's a late show, but if there are any acts that are happening, this is where it's happening. This is when it's happening. At least for the first night.
That's what Jernia would do. Probably hit up the circus because that's weird.
Which cat is that?
It's weird.
There's a cat behind you, sorry.
I'm sorry?
There's a cat behind Cody. I'm wondering which one it is.
Oh.
Bob.
Okay. Sorry, I just saw the movement. I was like, what is that? Is that a cat?
You can see him. Yeah.
It's okay.
There's a weird cat.
Sorry. It's just my...
You mentioned the cat. I look up and he's looking around, almost frantic. I'm like, is there not supposed to be a cat there? There's a cat behind you. Where?
Fucking cat.
Jernia is going to the circus because A, it's a little weird that the one of the performers just wanted a book all of a sudden, and B, just morbid curiosity.
Okay. Vinny and James, at one point during the day, you have, as you've gone around town or even just through earshot, you have heard that there is a circus in town as well. You know when the first show is, whether you would like to go or not, that is up to you. But the circus is in town if you so desire. There's talk that they will be here for probably a couple weeks. So. That's the circus. Cassie said she was going to the circus. Or is she actually going to the circus?
She's not sure.
Okay.
She's trying to decide what the best route would be right now. Does she go to the circus, or does she go wander the woods at dark in the middle of the night by herself?
How good. How fun. Okay. Now I remember Vinny was going to the woodmill, right?
Yep.
You were going there around mid-evening, so the sun was setting by the time you got there. You notice a police presence right away. Driving up to the woodmill, you can see that there are still fences around it. The fences look quite old. It looks like they've been placed there for quite a while. You can see one part of the fence that has been opened up, and police officers are going back and forth. You can see a couple policemen at the front door, and you can see the man that brushed past you earlier in the police station. The younger-looking man that was wearing street clothes and a leather jacket is walking out of the building and talking with another police officer. And they are getting ready to wheel a body into an ambulance of sorts.
I see. Like, I guess, hide, like behind a tree, just kind of see how it's going.
Okay. You drove up, so you're parking your car up there?
No, like, I'm a professional. Parked my car way back, and I just started like walking the
Okay.
rest of the way to the mill.
Okay.
I'm like standing behind a tree, just casually eyeing.
There's no you can't really hear what's going on. You are still a bit of a ways off. But you can see the body bag is being wheeled into the ambulance. The doors are quickly shut, and then the guy in the leather jacket gets into the passenger seat of the ambulance. And they are quick to leave the woodmill and go back into town.
So yeah, put up the bag. Well, little guy, looks like we got some looking to do. So I guess I casually just like walk up to the woodmill entrance and just kind of like, I don't know.
You walk up to the fence, and the policemen that are still on duty.
Oh shit.
Sorry, it was only the guy in the leather jacket and the driver for the ambulance that left. There are still 2 other police officers standing by the fence. As far as you can tell, there's no movement inside the building, though. Now,
I guess I'll just I'll walk up to one of the police officers and kind of look like in a panic, I guess.
Okay.
It's like, officer, I need your help. I lost my cat. Yeah, have you seen a black cat around here? It's long, bit squishy. I think he might have gone to the mill, officer. I mean, I just need to go look around there.
Well, no,
real
sir.
quick.
You can. It's fine, sir. You're good. You're fine. You can calm down. You're good.
Okay.
I will send Dave's. That's not a last name.
Davis?
Davis. I'll take it. I will send Officer Davis in to check around for your black cat, but this is a crime. This is a scene. You can't.
Won't take me too long. Trust me. Like, let me help Officer Davis right there. I mean, I always respect the boys in blue. But I mean, it's the cat finds easily, officer, around people it doesn't know.
Well, perhaps he can just scare him out. We haven't seen anything.
The last thing you want to do is scare this cat. So if anything, you might be scared of it.
Cat?
Yes, the cat.
Well, I'm not allergic. Davis, you allergic to cats? You hear like a little oh off in the distance.
Well, If you promise that Officer Davis will look, I'll allow it. But since I have your attention, Officer, what happened around here, man? I kind of just saw a car drive out,
Well,
and you said it was a scene of a investigate crime scene. I mean,
this is it's a scene, but it's not. It's for officers on and detectives and the town's police force. Who are you?
I guess I quickly quickly rummage for his bag, like get his little private investigator badge thing, but he doesn't immediately show it.
Okay.
He's just like, I'm from the press. Yeah, see, I'm from the press, and just I was out walking with my cat, and something caught my attention. It might be a story I write for the Sleepy Chronicle.
Sounds legit.
Yep.
Is that some sort of one of them internet blogs?
Yeah, it's one of them. Yeah, you know how technology is nowadays, officer.
Yeah. Well.
So he just kind of pulls out a little pen and paper, or a pad and a pen.
Well, you see, I can't really comment on it.
It's just a little something, officer. Just a little something.
Yeah.
The people have the right to know.
Yeah, on the internet blog. Okay. You see, if you're gonna want an official statement, you're gonna have to go to the station. I can't give you a inside scoop.
Okay, officer.
New to the job, I can't afford that.
Trust me, no, okay. I get you. I have a couple friends who've been in your position. I've been in your position. And you following your job, I appreciate it. But okay, let me tell you, my mama makes the best cannolis they've ever had on the west side of Brooklyn. I promise you. Every officer you throw at me, I'm just going to bribe with food. Every officer you ever throw at me. I'm telling you, officer, best cannolis you ever had.
Well, that's real great for your mama, but if she's on the other side of Brooklyn...
Oh, no, I got him in my car. I mean, just give me a quick little thing. I'll go back to the car and get him. And
Wouldn't they be old?
No. My mama's got this beautiful secret, always fresh.
Roll charm. Roll to manipulate someone. Can't believe we're doing this again.
Just what happened? Do I have to do a plus or
No, just charm.
0?
Yeah.
I believe. Damn.
On a 7 to 9, they'll do it, but only if you do something for them right now and and show that you mean it.
Okay.
If you ask too much, they'll tell you what, if anything, take for them to do it.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I am hungry, but if you do have the cannolis, I mean, go and get them, bring them back up, and maybe I'll tell you a little bit of what's happened.
I didn't think I'd get this far. Give me 1 second.
He doesn't actually have cannolis.
Not gonna lie, neither did I.
Okay. Sorry, officer. It's the air here. I'm not used to it. But okay. Now, okay. How about we'll do a little backwards? Cause you see, I got this bum knee, officer, and I can't really walk back and forth too much. Okay, man, I go back, I get the car, bring it up here. Man, save me on my knee, and you get a nice little cannoli.
Okay. Off you go.
god.
Just let me have this.
You gotta show them
Okay.
something right away to show that you mean it.
Okay. I mean, I'll be right back. Start walking, and you said it's getting kind of dark, right?
Yes.
Okay. How dark are we talking?
Well, by the time this conversation happens, it's like it's dark enough that like there's no sunlight now. There's the trees kind of block any light that are coming in. It's quite a thick forest.
Okay. As I walk there, kind of a little bit out of sight, kind of gonna open my bag, like, sorry about this, you little freak. Scoop them up and just kind of like launch them towards the officers.
What are you hoping to get out of this?
Information.
This this officer by the gate sees this thing come flying at him, and it's just one of those like little like but like small boy, he doesn't get the chance to even try to like even maybe catch it, or like he just kind of fucking moves out of the way. And then like as small boy's feet just hit the ground, and it just like hits the ground running, he goes right past this officer, and he kind of like turns to like, Davis, grab it. And Davis is like turning quickly and like, the is that a cat? And like tries to go and like grab it, but like small boy's just threw his hands like a fucking like a noodle, like it's like wet and slippery and gross, right through this man's hands
With the sound effect.
You're welcome. And then right into the building, right into the wood mill, and like Davis, you know what? It's Jerry. The police officer at the gate's name is Jerry, and like they're kind of like looking at each other like, "Fuck was that? Was that a cat?" Davis, was that a cat? And they're like, and they're going, yeah, they're both going into the wood mill now to get this cat with like an audible question mark.
Just kind of look back. It's like, okay, now I do get to do my own snooping.
They're in the building.
Now, while they're in the building looking around,
Like flashlights, like, is that a I don't know, but it was fucking weird. I touched it, did not like that.
so they're like deep in the building, right?
Well, not deep. The building is large, but they're kind of looking more around the machinery in the large room. So like the flashlight beams kind of looking for this cat.
Guess is there anything around like the entrance of it?
In the entrance, you can tell that there was a bit of a struggle. It's just kind of like open view. There's like 3-pronged scratch marks around the room. You can see that there is stuff littering the ground. But that's all you can see through the front door.
Okay, so now I guess I'm gonna be like start taking pictures with like my phone of like everything I can.
Is the flash on?
No. Professional.
You get kind of like black, blurry pictures. The lights aren't on in this place. This place has not had electricity in a while.
I don't know. Do I have a small flashlight?
Yes.
Okay.
You're the searcher. I'm going to guess that you have a small flashlight at least.
Okay. So just kind of like, I don't know. Let's
quickly. You can see there's a struggle. You can tell that there is like there's the 3 scratch prints. You can see blood is littering the floor in some places. There is one big pool of blood in the farther end of the room.
Mhm.
And you can see large feathers.
Okay. I'm gonna grab like a tissue or like I don't know something that's
A
absorbent.
handkerchief.
Handkerchief, sure, we'll go with that.
Okay.
I'm kind of like dab the very edge of like the blood pool to the point
Okay.
where like it's not really noticeable. That like you can tell like someone just like smeared it or something.
Yeah.
So I have a bloody handkerchief. I'm gonna put
Okay.
that like in a bag,
Okay.
and I'm gonna pick up one of the feathers.
Okay.
It's like okay, got what I need. Just try to get the
It's not a cat, so it doesn't actually work.
exactly. Oh, I don't know, this is working.
You can hear the small little like taps. They're fast. As it comes running at you, and quickly kind of scrambles to get back into your bag.
Okay. Just kind of like scoop them up, put them in the bag, and just start making my way back to the car.
300 IQ play.
Poor Jerry. Poor Davis. Poor these boys.
I gave him peace. Peace was an option for him, but he slapped it by being complicated.
You promised him cannolis.
He
What do you think?
he could have just been like, hey, you know what? Yeah, no. Information
Prove
then
to
you
me
can
right
know it
this minute you're gonna get me the cannolis.
later.
Not good enough.
Not
As I'm walking back to my car, just on my phone's like, Ma, I need cannolis. No, don't ask why. Just send me a box of cannolis. I'll get you
cannolis. Now.
Yeah.
What do you mean you need cannolis? Were you coming home to pick them up?
Ma, I just
Airdrop
need the cannolis.
Just airdrop.
I don't know what that
No,
means.
Louis sent me the cannolis. He knows where I'm at.
Say, is Louis your brother?
No, Louis is just a dude. He's one of my informants. That's a family friend. I don't care if he wants 6 cannolis. Give him 6. Send me the rest.
I can't believe
Oh
you
my
treat your brother
God.
like this.
Is
like
there anything specific that someone else would like to do?
a week
Don't
later,
get cannolis.
care package of cannolis at the police station.
Jerry's sitting there like, yeah, nice, cannolis. Because the dude was serious, huh?
Too bad it took him a week to get them to me.
I mean, guess they're fresh now, but I guess he was kind of lying in a way, huh?
Pull out his gun.
Damn cannoli lying bastard.
Why is this man so bad at his job?
He's doing his best. Don't give him this.
Is this the same officer we convinced to let us through?
Don't leave Jerry alone. His name is Jerry. He's fine. He's doing great.
Let's
He's
see.
still sleeping on the couch.
Actually, I'm gonna see if I can make my way back to the bookstore. See if it's open by chance.
Okay.
Probably not.
By the time you're getting to the bookstore, it's probably about 8 p.m. It's closed.
Okay.
It is dark. It is locked.
Hmm.
I'll kill you if you break into my fucking bookstore.
Nah. I'm a
Break into my
professional. I have
bookstore.
standards.
Do you?
Breaks window.
Like a
Eating a
mouse.
cat. What is with you and throwing small people or creatures at?
Hey. Just because it's alive doesn't mean I can't
Stuart,
weaponize it.
Stuart, you see this man, you run. It's my only warning.
Hey, little buddy. How much do you weigh?
Better not to pitch across the field.
Actually,
I know, it's oddly specific. My doctor said exactly that.
wait. So the bookstore's closed.
Yes, it is closed.
Do I still have enough time to make the circus, or is that still like going?
Yeah, you can make it to the circus.
Okay, I guess I'll start. Say, okay, well, open the book bag. Like the circus, I don't know what you like. Like peanuts, like popcorn. You like some popcorn.
He definitely likes popcorn. I like popcorn. Have some popcorn.
Yeah.
For anybody who is going to the circus, Walking in, the tent is large in the center of this kind of open field that is surrounded by trees. There are beautiful lights that kind of go up the ropes up to the top of the tent, and going up towards the top of the tent, and it's the beautiful red and yellow tent, or is this a different circus?
Red and yellow.
Red and yellow. Perfect.
Classic.
There's a couple little stands and signs around the place. There's like a sign that shows like a section of 3 clowns, and they're like all posed together real nice. There's a nice like big lady with 3 boobs. Is she the bearded lady also?
No, just the 3 boobs.
Separate. She's got 3 boobs. She looks real nice. There's another picture painting of a lady that has a beard for the bearded lady. There's a very large man that indicates the strong man. There's a very nice picture of a ringmaster. She is beautifully dressed in like the nice red coat and white pants. There's one for trapeze artists. There's one for the ones that are like on the elephants. There's quite a bit to this circus. You can see the tents around, and there's like little stands where there's a couple clowns dancing, or there's the big strong man showing off his strengths as well. It's a very pleasant and nice feeling environment. Going in, this tent is huge. This is a very big circus. The seats are well set up that as you go in, you can walk up and kind of sit to watch the whole center of the ring. And the show starts and the lights dim a little bit. The center of the ring, there is a spotlight as the ringmaster starts the show. She introduces everyone, and the show is going perfectly and without a hitch. And then cutting through one of the acts, there is a scream off to the left. The crowd turns, the show stops, and you can see this woman is bent over and crouched over, and she is screaming and yelling as she's trying to help what only looks like her daughter, who is sitting in the bench but hunched like just fallen back as the girl is just shaking, and there is saliva and a black liquid that is coming from her mouth and her nose. Everything happens quickly. The crowd starts dispersing. The ambulance is called, and this girl is quickly pulled from the circus. The show ends there. There is a weird sort of somber silence as everyone starts to move out and leave. You can see that a man and his son are running out of the circus to quickly get into their car and leave. Your only guess is that these people were all related, as they quickly make their way to the hospital. And that's where we're going to end for the night.
He ate the popcorn, didn't she? I tell everyone, stay away from it.
Of course, everybody, thank you for who were able to come out and stop by for Monster of the Week, Eyes of the Fallen's first episode. I am your DM for Wednesdays now. I am V. Of course, my lovely players, Maddie, who is playing Cassie, Jason, who is playing James, Decca, who is playing Jernia, Cody, who is playing Stuart, and Jordy, who is playing Vinny. We will have Molly next week. You can see her spot on the screen. Unfortunately, she could not make it tonight, but we hope to see her playing Morgan next week. Of course, another quick pimp out to D&D Beyond and to Station Retro. I feel like that's
Lucky
the wrong
Dice
one I'm
Cafe.
looking for. Lucky Dice. Look, I have notes. Lucky Dice Cafe. And
So do I.
to everyone out there that could make it, thank you again. Don't forget, if you are catching us right at the end of this, we do have a YouTube, and if you'd like to support us even further, we do have a Patreon if you'd like to go check that stuff out. But until next week, hold on. Tomorrow, Curse of Strahd is coming to an end. the last episode before we go on for a bit of a break until the next campaign. Come check it out. It's a pretty big shit show right now.
It is.
Of course.
It really is.
And of course, then is our long weekend break. We do come back on Monday for the escorts. It's interesting. And of course, back on Tuesday with Jason and gonna have to repeat that name for me one more time.
Espergenesis, Holocaust of the Ekajiti.
Espergenesis, perfect. I'll remember that for next time, I promise. And then we will be back on Wednesday for Monster of the Week, Eyes of the Fallen. Again, thanks for everybody coming out, and we will see you next time. Bye!